was a typo, and I'm like, welcome to Comics League Movie Night. I am Jared. I'm here with Robert. I'm here with Teladia. What's up, gentlemen?
Not too much.
God damn. That's such a good one. So we're talking about DC Superhero Girls, Teen Titans Go, Mayhem in the Multiverse. God, that's a long title.
It's a Mayhem in the Multiverse.
Yeah, it was called Mayhem in the Multiverse. So this was a Robert pick.
Yep.
And this was, I gotta be honest, I never thought I'd be covering DC Superhero Girls on movie night.
But it's a good movie.
It's not bad. So this is like, so here's the funny part about this. It's a crossover, but for most of the crossover, they're watching the whole thing on TV.
It's a crossover where the crossover element is meant for... Now, this was what ended up being the grand finale. It was an attempt at boosting sales, ratings, trying to get things up to keep the renew the show.
Yeah, that's understandable. And so this is the occasion. Yeah, Cameron, this is not on my bingo card. Yeah, I know, but again, it's particularly DC related, and it's very Wonder Woman related. So how can they know? How can they know when Robert told me about this?
I knew you would like it for that.
Yeah. So here's the idea of this. So this is the finale movie of the show, correct?
Yes, it is. Like I said, it was treated as a finale, but there was obviously wiggle room to continue. Yeah,
exactly. And they could have continued it, but the thing that I really, it works as a finale as well. That's the thing.
It wraps up so many plot points on the DC Superhero Girls shows. Nothing on Teen Titans Go. Nothing on that side.
Yeah. And the thing I love where at the end, Beast Boy is like, this is the end. It's the end show.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Kirby says, what's funny is that this show introduced me to Jessica Cruz. Even though it's in name only, Jessica Cruz, I like it because she gets...
I like her voice.
Let me put it to you this way. This is better than the League of Super Pets, Jessica Cruz.
Which was even more in name only.
This was very much in name. This one still dealt with like her feelings of inadequacy and stuff that's like part of her character, and I'm like, oh yeah. This dealt with enough of her character that me, as a massive Jessica Cruz fan, I was like, okay, I can go with this.
But they do make her a bit of a green girl and that, the whole plant girl type of thing. You could definitely get that vibe.
Yeah. Cameron says DC always had an obsession with their own yeah.
There was the Sabuff Super Best Friends Forever original. That was the prototype.
Yeah. So she was in the Super Pets movie, Kirby, but in name only. So the interesting thing about this is that they make this is why I love, like, even Teen Titans Go. They make a lot of like jokes, of really applicable jokes, like when so the way this works, that this is actually the second time that the DC Superhero Girls have crossed over with Teen Titans. But the last time,
technically third time.
Okay, but the past, it was on their show.
Those were continuity only to Teen Titans Go.
So when the Teen Titans Go cross over with Superhero Girls,
like, hey, you guys, who the heck are you guys? Oh, a bunch of continuity snobs.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. That's one of those meta jokes where I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually really funny. I like that one.
It was important that they never met these kids before.
Mm-hmm.
Because
So, Teladia, what did you think of this movie?
I was okay. It wasn't bad. I gotta say, Batman, annoying.
Yeah, the voice thing. It went on for a little too long, but I can get that.
But that was a trait of him in the show. When he was Batman, he always goes like this. I mean, he could kind of. But what I like about this is that it resolves so many of the plot points. It resolves the Batgirl and Harley friendship. It resolves Karen and her issues. It resolves Zatanna and her issue. And it resolves Diana. Diana's been the main focal point of the show since the beginning. The whole team started from her because it started with her coming to the man's land for the first time and hanging out with these girls. She has pointed out in here. This is the case where it made clear. She hangs out with kids. But she ain't no kid.
Well, yeah, but even in the show, and like because Robert sent me the show, and then I watched like the first couple episodes, they make it very clear she's much older than all of them.
Yeah, but it always but this is the first time where that was really addressed.
Yeah, it's like, so she gets invited by. So here's the funny thing about this. So is Flash and like Aquaman not on the Justice League?
Nope, this is the first time they're forming the league.
But you know what's kind of funny? I've seen interesting versions of Aquaman before.
Mm-hmm.
But Aquaman, basically played by Matthew McConaughey, was not on my list of things I never thought I'd see.
But it works.
I almost expected Aquaman to start going, all right.
All right.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I liked how he had the beard, though. I love Aquaman with a beard.
But basically, the villains are finally decided. Let's team up and form the Legion of Doom, and we have access to the Phantom Zone.
Which I'm like, of course, is the Phantom Zone, and they put the superheroes in there. Then we discovered there's like a Kryptonian goddess. So, Robert, explain to us the character, would you?
And Sona actually was introduced. Hold on, the last god of Krypton. Hold on, let me just get the image of her because they actually. Yeah, but the fact this is such an obscure story. It's like, wow, they really dug out for this one. Here it is. Hold on. Someone actually shared the full image without background. Here it is. Let me share it.
Yeah.
And
again, here's the thing. Here's what I like about the here's the other thing I like about the show, even with the movie. Yeah, that's a badass image, by the way. I like it when these show people. This shows me that these people at least read the comics and understood the characters because they're like, yeah, let's use an obscure as hell character.
But it works here. This whole idea that she has been banned. Basically, let me double check then what she was known as. She was known as. Hold on, Sona. Yeah, this was her only appearance. She was an evil entity, obviously, and represented death and basically, yeah, she was a god of evil.
Actually, pretty cool. Kirby says, I think I watched the original DC superhero girls as a kid, and I think Wonder Woman was always the main character.
Yeah, but that was the original CGI version, different from this one.
Yeah. And then Cameron says, whoa. And then Cameron says, never knew there was another Kryptonian god besides Rao. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of them. Because it's like, even they say in the show, yeah, Krypton's like everywhere else. Everywhere else has a mythology and a pantheon of gods. I mean, Earth did with like multiple pantheons with like Greece, Roman, and all that stuff.
Right. In fact, you and I should go over the book on PTN.
Yeah, exactly. Well, the other thing is like, here's the thing. This, again, it fits with what I've said long before. Comic books are just the newest form of mythology.
Okay, she was a goddess of ice.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
But here though, she wants to possess a Kryptonian, but she wants Supergirl. Now they are playing up the whole notion of Supergirl is stronger, but it's made more clear that because she's more wild, less reserved.
Yeah, this is a very interesting version of Supergirl. Because it's like, yeah, this is very much like, because Power Girl compared to Supergirl is a little bit more of the rough character and a little bit more of the, for lack of a better term, wild character as opposed to like Kara. So I could see why you would go, she works better as like,
funny thing though,
Flash Page.
There is an episode where she changes her outfit to Power Girl and calls herself Power Girl, but she acts more like traditional Supergirl.
Yeah, I do like how when they find, so she does get possessed, but what I love about this is like her mental, because there's always a mental fight with like these like
rock band, rock
band, and I'm like, okay, because she was like a metalhead in the show, right?
Yes, definitely. But I also love how they utilize stuff like the Kryptonian crystals, how they can absorb energy and everything.
Yeah, exactly. See, here's the thing. Again, this is why this is why I really dug this movie. Yes, it's a kid oriented or like it's animated, but
it's fans writing it.
Yeah, the amount of like stuff I'm like, that I noticed in terms of lore being referenced. I'm like, keep doing it. You guys are really working.
Makes it such a shame that it's gone and pretty much tax wrote off.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this always happens. But and Kirby says he's watching Into the Spider-Verse right now. Great movie.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
It's kind of.
that's good.
I'm not saying it's on par with that, but it's that similar type of tone of making all these kind of references that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah, exactly. But so Robert, now let me ask you this: why did you suggest this for Comics League Movie Night?
One, because of the Wonder Woman centricness of it. Two, because I just really like the show and I want to have a chance to talk about it out here.
Yeah. So, what are your like favorite parts of this movie?
Well, the resolution of so many of the stuff, like having Diana having to choose between her friends and what's right because she knows more than anything. I like the resolution of Zatanna's story arc by having a talk with Teen Titans Go Raven.
Mm-hmm.
I love just hearing Tara Strong voicing both Harley and Babs together in the same scene. Things like that. Like, there's so much about this I like, because I think it had very strong writing. This whole show did.
Yeah, it kind of did. And hey, what's up, Tavia? So, Teladia, what did you enjoy most about this movie? Let's start with what you enjoyed.
Okay, so what I enjoyed about this film was Diana, of course, right? Being the can I say the badass?
Yes, you can. You can.
Okay. I should say she was the badass lady in this film. Supergirl, I felt, was going up there. I felt like she was had a really good role in this film. Superman, though, I gotta say, Superman, I was not expecting him to know about it. Like, obviously we know he knows about the Phantom Zone, but trying to keep it from Supergirl, I was just like, wasn't that it for me? It was just like,
okay. Here's why that is. In the show, he only just graduated from Superboy to Superman. He's still in that young adult age, so there's still a bit of being a kid still affecting him.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, he thinks he knows better than Kara, but he's also doing it for her own good. Like the whole reason why they were trying to get Diana on board the team, it's like, they're kids. They're getting way over their heads. We've got this.
Yeah, we're the A-listers, which I love where they basically say that. We're the A-listers. All you guys are B-listers.
Yeah.
B plus players.
B plus, probably, I would say. So in terms of, for me, my favorite parts were the Green Lanterns all teaming up. That was dope as hell.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman teaming up with the League, and they're in the like Green Lantern jet. I like that. A lot of the stuff with like
Lamar voicing John. I love that.
Yeah, I like the whole dynamic with Hippolyta, because it's like Hippolyta realized she made a mistake, and she's like, yeah, failing is normal. What you do afterwards is what defines you. And I'm like, yeah, that really works.
And that's really coming from the show. That's how basically this is finally resolving a big scene that's been going on throughout the whole show, which was Diana never taking failure well.
Okay, I got a good joke. It's not who she is underneath, but what she does that defines her.
Yeah, Bruce. Yeah, exactly. So is this show? It's not. No. Harley Quinn is more of making a joke. A joke about it. It's different than. It's not really a parody. It's not a parody. Harley Quinn is explicitly a parody. This is just, it makes fun of like continuity stuff. And plus, that's really Teen Titans Go is the parody.
Yeah, this one is more of it plays things straight, but it's still like it's toned down for kids and little younger girls. But again, the fact is, this is a show that, much like My Little Pony, even adult guys like us can still find interesting. This is not as I've said before, this is not a show where you see the brother or the dad looking at the show and run for the hills. This is a show where they'd be like, "Oh, what you watching?"
And you know what's funny?
As I've long said, Wonder Woman's my favorite superhero. I need to take any type of Wonder Woman animated content I can get.
Jared, just to let you know, there's a video game on this too.
I think it's popped up on my Xbox recommendations a few times. I don't know.
Wait, what?
There's a game for this IP.
Oh yeah, there is. It's a Switch only.
Oh, god damn it. Nintendo Switch has Marvel Ultimate Alliance in this, and I'm like, god damn.
Yeah, but but again, would you agree with that though? What I just said, like, this is not a show where adult
Yeah.
men can see it and run for the hills, like, get me away from this. It's like,
Yeah, because here's the thing.
Oh.
When you hear a show called DC Superhero Girls, that's the first thing you think of. Then when you actually watch the show, it's like, oh, okay.
Or you find out Lauren Foss is involved, and you're like, oh, the My Little Pony lady. Okay.
My Little Pony, it's a little less justifiable.
But this, I gotta say, the animation style is great on this, and for a featured length film, fun fact is that we have an all-star cast in this. So
it's a really good. Again,
I hope not. I hope that's not true, Pika. I really hope that's not true.
Yeah, we're talking about a Mayhem in the Multiverse right now. We're not talking about Resident Evil.
Oh yeah, we brought up a Switch exclusive, so that's what led to that. So to be fair, but
still,
but I know. But now what did you think about the little cameo at the end?
Friends. Yeah. I was like, oh god, and I love how Robin is like the same voice actor voice Robin is
Got Menville, yeah.
I'm like,
voices Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I'm like, oh wow. As soon as and I love how they even had, meanwhile in the Hall of Justice.
I know, but I just love how they're like, never mind, we're not sending it back there.
Wait. But Batman was doing this to Robin.
Yeah, I love that. It kind of reminded me a little bit of the Crisis on Infinite Earths movie where we see the Super Friends.
Yep.
Have you ever covered that? Just out of curiosity.
Crisis? No, we haven't yet. We probably will.
Okay.
Before you guys say anything, when we cover it, it's going to be we're going to do one stream about all three parts. We're not splitting it up. We're not repeating DC's mistakes.
I'm not talking about that film. I'm talking about the Teen Titans multiverse film.
Oh, you mean Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go?
Yeah.
No, we haven't. Maybe that's an option.
One too.
Maybe that's an option. But
overall, and I thought the Teen Titans Go actually having a purpose to the plot. I like that. They weren't just there for jokes.
And Kirby, it's already confirmed by the writer that none of the universes destroyed in Crisis were the universes. It was just the Tomorrowverse's version of those animated movies. So the DCAU is not actually destroyed.
Especially when you notice that they picked and chose elements when they showed it. Like they have Batman having his original design, even though we still had the Justice League later Timverse design.
Yeah, he had a black bat in the actual Timverse.
Exactly, but that's why he said version, yeah. But like I said, though, I did like. Would you agree with that, though? How the Teen Titans Go characters actually served a purpose?
Yeah.
Well, mostly Raven, and of course, it was Raven. Raven's the only one who actually takes things seriously.
Yeah, I would say so. And the way that like they use it was a cross. Here's the thing: the funny part is that the actual crossover, the crossing over, only happened in like a short part of the movie.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, and they use that.
This was a DC Superhero Girl show movie first.
Yeah, exactly. Which I'm fine with that. And I liked how because here's the thing: when you do like a movie conclusion to a TV show, here's what it can do, which the movie didn't. Thank God. Mm-hmm. It can seem like, oh my gosh, quick, answer all these questions that people had about the movie. No, it didn't. It was like, what's the most important character things that we need to do? Okay, answer these things. We're done. If we do more, we'll get. If we get more, we'll get more. But other than that, this is how you organically conclude it.
And I say the voice acting is really good.
Yeah, actually, it is really good. My favorite voices are, for one thing, Wonder Woman, because I like her having an accent. Yep. And I love Jessica Cruz. She had a good voice. I like her.
Yep. I gotta say also, like stuff like Lex feels like a young Lex still, doesn't it?
Yeah. Wasn't he also very young in like the beginning of the show, right?
Oh yeah. He had just became, again, much like Superman. He's just as a young adult. So he's like, if I had to hazard a guess, he's like 17, 18.
Yeah, I would say so. Which that works. This seems like. This seems like this took the age down element from the new 52 a little bit, because like everyone's younger in that. So I'm like, oh, okay, there you go.
A little, but
does Lois ever show up in the show?
Yeah, she did, and she's actually younger than Superman a little bit. Like she is not fully graduated, kind of an age, if you know what I'm saying. Like she's still able to hang out with the other girls, but she's on the verge of joining up with Clark. That type of age.
Oh,
wait. How often does she show up in the show?
Not that often because she's not a hero.
No wonder I like this show so much.
She has appeared regular on some basis, yes, just not constant. But like I said, she is like Superman's still doing his own thing, but like I said, Aquaman and all that. I also like how you have Hawkman and Aqualad.
I loved Aqualad. Aqualad was hilarious.
And you would think he would be annoying. He's not.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I talked about this for Robert. Here's the one voice that I thought was kind of annoying is Star Sapphire's voice.
It's Kari Walgreen, yeah. But the funny thing is, she actually had became good beforehand, and they just for some reason ignored that continuity.
Oh yeah, wow. Yeah, because this is supposed to be with Hal eventually.
Yeah, she was with Hal in one of the earlier episodes. But I also gotta say, Sinsona was she was like an actual menace, wasn't she?
Yes.
And I like that. She even when she has to deal with the Teen Titans Go, she's kind of at their mercy because she's stuck in the gem. But I do like it though, how it's made clear when she actually has a body, she's a force to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Tevye says, so Grant Morrison's Lex from the New 52, but with the show.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Blackfire. We didn't say no. We said Star Sapphire.
Yeah, we said Star Sapphire. Blackfire in no way.
That didn't even appear. No.
Yeah,
but
he probably misheard me, which happens.
I do like though also when the girls they see she's texting someone and they're like, wait, who are these other numbers? Wait, that's Bat's number. This is John Stewart's number. Maybe she didn't mean to she didn't accidentally text them. Maybe she accidentally included us too.
New phone, who dis?
Yeah, exactly. You get what I mean, though, right? It's like one of those things where it's just like, that sounds like a teen thing to do, right? They accidentally especially when it's Diana who has no idea.
Yeah, I like that. And I liked how they played into Diana's, not division, but kind of conflict do I go to the Justice League and abandon my friends, or do I stay with my friends?
Yeah, of course, but of course, is it more of a case of where they're in over their heads? I know better than them, and I don't want them to get hurt.
Yeah,
that was more what the issue was. She didn't want them to get hurt.
Yeah, I can kind of go with that. And
But overall, if you had to give a rating for the movie, what would you give it?
I would give it a solid 7.5 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, same. 7.5 out of 10.
I give it an 8, but that's because I actually watched most of the show. But even then, I wouldn't say it's perfect. But again, overall,
this is what they should have given to Young Justice at least. It's just a movie to end it after that season. Just say, we're going to give you an animated movie. We're done.
Exactly.
Because at least then you can end all those plot threads that we thought was going to show up, and that way you can organically end all the points that were left open. Because I'm sorry, it's a really mean thing for the showrunners to do, the last episode, to leave in all these massive cliffhangers, even though it's likely you're not going to get another show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, that is kind of mean. But anyway, so we'll rate that way. So honestly, when it comes to failing shows or ones that's facing cancellation, movies are the way to go. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
This is probably one of the better ways to go. And again, at least they were given a chance to sign off. And to be also fair, people kind of knew it was wrapping up because Nicole Sullivan, the voice for Supergirl, who was also done stuff, Shigo from Kim Possible, among others. She had tweeted out saying she had done her last recording session. And people thought that just meant she was leaving the show. But now people realize, no, she knew it was over.
Yeah, exactly. So let's do a little Q&A with the audience on this movie, DC Superhero Girls, or anything like that. And yes, it is WB.
You got any questions to ask me about the show?
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, so I saw so in the show, explain to me this, because I saw that does Jessica Cruz have a crush on Hal Jordan?
Yes.
Okay.
Because they're close in age. They're close in age.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say, because I'm like, that's
they're close in age here. That's why.
All right. So what goes on with Batgirl and Harley?
They're very good friends. She did not know about Harley being villain in evil until being the same person. I know, playing it a bit dumb there, but once she did, it then soon be a case of wait, Harley, really? You're on the bad guy's side? And it caused a bit of a falling out. And because Harley kept choosing to be with her evil friend. And then this movie brings that to a head.
All right.
Especially when you have a moment like Harley knocking Zatanna off a train.
Mm-hmm.
I still love that when she's like, she threw me off a train, Harley. And Barbara.
Yeah. So, Teladia, do you have any questions about this?
Yeah, I have a couple of questions. Firstly, is why did they make Batman go mum?
It's
I think it's kind of a joke about the Nolan movies.
Yeah, and they wanted to keep that. How was an evil friend on this show? No. Her evil friends were, in general, the other evil villains.
Yeah. Tavia asks, what's your favorite episode from the show and favorite part of the movie? Oh, well, we talked about our favorite movies earlier, Tavia, but...
For me, the opening pilot.
All right, yeah, that was good.
Especially how they had Lex's sister be the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I do like how this show had a continuity to it. Not a hard continuity, but enough that, much like My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and other shows, or like Danny Phantom, where you see the beginning, first episode, and then if you go to a later episode, there's going to be some character growth.
Mm-hmm.
I like shows like that, where it's not heavy continuity, but it is a noticeable continuity. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's not like you have to watch the entire show in order to understand what's necessarily going on.
Exactly.
Cameron says, Bruce in this show is my favorite, with how he is just a huge douche.
He is.
Yeah. That's
now,
kind of
how see him as Bruce Wayne. He does talk normally. When he is Bruce Wayne, he does talk normally.
Okay, that I appreciate that, but it's like he stares in the mirror and he's like practicing his grunting.
Oh, I love it though how he acts. It's like I just be Bane first try. How'd it go with you? I love that. It's just like you don't even need to know. You just already know. Oh, he probably got beaten up. Maybe not back broken, obviously, but beaten up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah. Go ahead, Teladia.
That was annoying. That was annoying me in the movie. So
what, the grunting? But yeah. Again, it was something they set up in the show, so it was a holdover.
But they did it for Teen Titans Go. I get that. But in this show, movie,
again, it was just sometimes be cute because he's not a regular occurring character. But you see, this is bad. Robin's annoying.
Oh, really?
Trust me, Teen Titans Go Robin is less annoying than the little brat that and yet somehow he becomes Nightwing in this version.
Mm-hmm.
Already, it's weird.
That makes sense. Yeah, okay, yeah, I saw that. Speaking of the show, any other characters were in the
plenty
show
of them.
team? Yeah, like how many? Like,
well, we've seen most of them we saw in the movie.
Okay. What other Wonder Woman adjacent characters show up in this?
Oh, but there was Hippolyta. You saw Giganta, Cheetah.
I love where Harley wipes her hands on Cheetah and goes, "Oh, real fur." I also saw. How big of a role is Steve in this?
Not much.
Good.
Barely any.
Good. Hey, Sovereign, can you show up in the show and take care of this issue for me? Yeah, I know.
You really want Sovereign in this show?
No, we don't. Do you guys think we'll get another superhero girl show, or is this the last one? Seeing how DC has given it up. Last one, definitely last one.
Yep.
I think it'll be a while before we start getting good animated content for DC for a while.
Right.
Yeah. So what other questions do y'all have on this?
So yeah, he does actually appear in a couple of episodes, mostly in Crushing It and DC Superhero Boys.
Oh wow.
We gotta cover that. DC Superhero
Was Donna
Boys.
Troy in the show?
No.
All right, so Donna wasn't. All right.
Donna was not in the show at all. General Zod was.
Actually, if Sovereign did appear in the show, maybe they can make fun of his joke. Yeah, exactly. Oh, they could take the Harley Quinn arc of like Robin wanting to be her nemesis and apply that to Sovereign, where he's trying to be Wonder Woman's nemesis, and she goes, "Go back to your old folks' home."
Yeah. By the way, she did. It said Zod, Ursa, and Nun do appear in the episode DC Superhero Boys.
Yeah, Tevia says DC Superhero Boys. That's a thing. No, it's probably just.
No, that was an episode. That was an episode.
Yeah, it's not a show. It's not a show.
No, it was just an episode making fun of the boys showing up and the girls having to stop the Phantom's owners.
Okay.
Yeah, again, fun. And this show was really fun, and it getting chopped off at the knees really, was such a shame. It could have kept going because I'd like a show that has a loose continuity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Again, not as strong like you have to watch every episode.
Yeah, but it's like if you do, you're rewarded.
Exactly. Again, like Danny Phantom.
Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that.
But I guess WB can't afford it, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, the show did not do well ratings.
Let me ask you this, Robert. What's your least favorite episode?
Oof. I'd have to rewatch a bunch of them. It's just some ones that just stick with me, but I don't remember actually which one would be my least favorite. Again, I haven't rewatched through it all. Would I think to see Sensona more projects? Yes.
Yep, she's cool enough. Maybe if they do maybe she can show up in My Adventure with Superman. We know we're getting more of that.
Yeah, I think she'll be good to show up in there. I mean, again, her being a god, an actual god, and the book that introduced her was called Last God of Krypton.
That kind of works. That really works there.
Yeah, but again, they had so many versions of characters in this show, and it was a strong show. It really was. I mean, again, it lasted 2 seasons. Well, technically, it was more like a full season of what would be 2 seasons, and then half a season before, and then the movie took up the rest.
Yeah, I could see. 2 seasons is a fairly decent
or 2.5. Yeah,
2.5. Yeah. Tevia says, "Heck, we are getting Connor Kent Superboy in My Adventure with Superman." Yeah, so it's like if they're bringing in all that, it's conceivable they could like bring her in.
Yeah, here's what it is. The first episode was a full 52, so that was 2 seasons worth. The second season was 26. And then they had 3 crossovers with the Teen Titans Go, which were obviously the although one of them was actually a 4-parter event.
Oh, okay.
So you had 3. So you had 5 episodes of a crossover.
And then Cameron says, "Don't remind me, Tevia, about Connor Kent Superboy." Yeah, that's great. That's great. What other questions do you guys have about even general comics or the comic news or Captain America in terms of anything like that? And then we'll wrap up.
I gotta say, with Captain America, I'm really not getting why people are trashing it.
It's not like the best Cap movie, but it's not the worst at all.
For me, it felt like a Hulk film more than a Cap film.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I think because of what they built up with Ross, it was inevitable.
I just think, to be honest with you guys, I think they should have done a Hulk stroke Cap, like bring in Bruce Banner Hulk into the film.
Yeah, but then Hulk would have dominated. That's the problem.
Yeah, and plus you're not dealing with Steve Rogers Cap, because they could do that with Steve Rogers Cap. When you have Sam Wilson Cap, and he's already kind of, I wouldn't say like he's kind of niche as Cap, because when people because when the movie going audience thinks of Cap, they think of Steve Rogers. So you can't afford anything that's going to overshadow him.
I will say this: people have already complained about how Red Hulk was handled compared to comic book self. There's a reason. There's a huge difference.
I would have liked though, because
the comic book Hulk, Taylor was in charge. Was helped out with his transformation. He had to say, "Keep my intelligence." Here, that's what's forced on him.
Yeah, the other thing the thing that I had a problem with as it relates to Red Hulk is that so they reference that like he's hot and like he heats up and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But they never have anyone comment on it. It's like it's just a random thing.
It's a nice nod, but I don't think it was important here because they just wanted him to Hulk out.
Yeah, which all right, that's cool. What about Sidewinder in the show in the
Oh, he was a replacement. And that was so obvious he was there as a fill-in.
Yeah, because he didn't really fill in a lot except for exposition.
But he did. At least he's still alive. At least they're learning don't kill off these characters haphazardly.
So is Stern.
Same here. Yeah. No, okay. Why did Stern stop the okay. Spoiler, a little spoiler bit.
Spoiler. All right, go ahead.
Why did Stern stop that guy from giving the details of the gamma radiation and the pills and then go and tell Sam?
Yeah, that is kind of interesting.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why did he want to do it? The only thing I see him is he wanted to do it on his own term.
Yeah, it's maybe it's hubris.
Because he basically told him already. I mean, he could have won if he didn't tell Sam, because Hulk would have done more damage before Sam was able to get over there to stop him.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say something?
Go ahead.
So this is a kind of a spoiler, but I was surprised to see Bucky in the film.
Yeah, because some of the leaks said he wasn't in the movie. That's the funny part.
How does it fit in with Thunderbolts, though?
Well, he's a congressman. He's running for Congress. I assume in Thunderbolts he's a congressman.
But he's going to be doing public stuff like that could hurt his reputation.
Yeah, which I'm like, I get that like he was mind controlled, but how does the Winter Soldier run for Congress?
Well, no one knew he was the Winter Soldier, but they're going to see him doing public outings now.
I think that maybe, yeah, it's like that is
That's
true.
The big thing bothering me is it's like, wait, what?
That is true because it's like he's gonna be like operating in the field, like particularly in Thunderbolts, and it's like, what?
Now I will say this: Sam earned being Cap here.
Yeah, I think so.
I definitely feel he earned being Cap here, and like I say, I like the new Falcon.
Yeah, I dig it.
He wasn't that annoying. Cool. He wasn't that annoying.
I liked when they're like in a dogfight at the finally referenced Celestial Island where like Sam is using his wings to cut the jets.
Yep. By the way, no, Matt, the public did not know he was Winter Soldier.
Oh, actually, yes, they did.
Oh, they did?
In Civil War, they identify him as Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier.
The whole public, or just to the or just to like higher ups in government?
News.
All right, never mind then.
That was my same thing about like why I mean I guess they kind of go he was mind controlled. It wasn't actually him.
Oh, quick thing going back to DC Superhero Girls. You know, I kind of realize this show is easily comparable to is
what?
Superhero Squad.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought it was when you. Oh yeah, the Marvel Superhero Squad things with the action figures. I know what you're talking about.
It feels just like that show.
Yeah,
but
Barry.
That show is a bit more farcical.
Tevia asks, I am curious about what was the leader's plan. Besides
okay.
The plan was to discredit Ross.
Yeah, in fact, the whole point was the stuff in Japan wasn't for us to go to war. He wanted that to be where he hulked out and like roar.
Mm-hmm. Which still works here. So I'm like, all right, because it's like a national TV. It happens.
More able to salvage his reputation still.
Yeah, I would say so.
Well,
but
have you seen people complain saying they let Bradley out, but they kept Ross in? They try to make it a race issue, and it's like, no,
Bradley
Ross
was innocent.
Bradley was innocent. Ross actually did wrong.
Yeah, it's like people that didn't watch the movie.
No, they didn't. Or if they did, they just focus on the race issue.
I think the fact that they didn't put Seth Rollins in the film. That was
Who's Seth Rollins?
Oh, he was supposed to play one of the other Serpent members.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
Yeah,
He was a
was
wrestler. He's a wrestler.
Mhm.
Yeah, so he was supposed to be in the film, but they cut his part of the film was cut out. And I
Okay,
thought,
I see.
And they totally overhauled Sarba, or whatever her name is, because originally they decided to make her just a widow type character. And originally
Because she's supposed to be straight up Israeli.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Now that's the case where I can accept her change into an in name only. I can accept it there.
Yeah, because this is not the time to be weighing on either side of that. So it's like, there you go. Did Sharon make a return? Spoiler, no.
Why would
No.
she?
Because it's Cap, I guess. But it's like, no, they kept in the Cap characters that they needed, even for cameos, and then left it with. I did like, again, how to a certain degree, I did like how it's like a Hulk 2, because I just watched that and I'm like, oh, they did like one of the biggest like
Mr.
Easter eggs that I noticed. No, it's not even that. Is the Mr. Blue reference where the Mr. Blue song is what triggers the agents.
I just said that, Mr. Blue.
Yeah. That's the one where I was like, oh, wow.
And I love when you realize, oh, they built around his lab that he made Blonsky into the Abomination. They built around it.
That was in New York?
Yeah.
No, the city? Because I thought the lab was in the city. Oh, no, it was on the campus.
It was on the campus, and then the attack went into Harlem.
Okay, that makes sense. All right. Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a solid movie. Not the greatest, nowhere near as good as
7.5 to 8 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, it's on par. Like this whole quadrilogy has been a good quadrilogy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Better than Thor.
Way better than Thor, because Thor went. It's really the last movie where Thor really went downhill.
Ragnarok was fun, and if they
It was
ended
fun.
there,
It would have been
fine.
a fun like interlude if they went back to a more serious Thor film, like everyone thought they were going to, but no.
And why there were hints of in Love and Thunder, there were hints of it.
Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly. But I think it's a good place to leave it. So, Teladia, where can we find you and what have you got coming on your channel?
You guys can check me out on YouTube at Teladia Plays and on X at Teladia Plays _ what I got coming up on my channel is next week will be the final Snyder Fans Read Comics stream where we'll be discussing Absolute Batman #5 and I think it's Absolute Wonder Woman #5.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure.
you
And
have to check.
I'll have to double check. And also I'll be doing members panel stream as I'll be doing a members panel to talk to the latest from the DC movies, TV shows, video games, all of that stuff. We'll have a discussion on that next week.
How about you, Robert?
I've got a couple of Pro Teachers noobs in the can. Still trying to get my first Pro Teachers noob movie done. Seriously, this is gonna be good. Take a look.
Oh, Comic Book the Movie.
By Mark Hamill.
Hell yeah.
Hopefully gonna get this off the ground. Maybe I might start my Pro Teacher new video games, hopefully.
Mm-hmm.
And other than that, not much else.
As for me, let's see, today's Sunday. So on Wonder Woman Wednesday, I'm still like thinking about what topics I want to do for that. But for obviously, I have gaming and UTC, and then for Super Wonder Legacy, Britt and I are going to talk about how Superman and Wonder Woman were portrayed in Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, Wonder Woman, ZSJL, all of the movies where they particularly showed up. So, stay here, everyone.
You talk about Shazam too?
No, just the ones that prominently feature them, not the cameos.
All right.
Stay at work, everyone. Remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. Steve Trevor, Steve Never. She belongs to General Zod. He belongs 6 feet in the ground. Zoe is the Maximat for life. I'll see you later.